Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Most Women Want Fools with Money. Let's get right into it.
You know what I've noticed? Women do not want providers for real. They want immature men with money. Yeah. They want men who base their status off of how much money they have in their wallets. They want men who lead with their wallets. They do not want a man to genuinely be a provider in their lives. For those of you who are new here, I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for close to a decade. Because let's think about it. When we go onto social media now, we talk to any of the young girls now, what they talking about? He got to have some money. He got to have some bread. He got to pay for this. He got to do my nails. He got to do my hair. I'm not going on the first date unless he dropped $200, $300, $400, $5 million on me. There's nothing said about character. There's nothing said about integrity. There's nothing said about ambition. There's nothing said about goals. It's just how much money does he have? And the men who lead with their wallets are typically the men who have nothing going for themselves because they reel you in financially. They know that that is the most attractive thing about them. And because they know that's what they can offer, and you guys have made it abundantly clear that that's the only thing that you're looking for, they're winning. They're going to always come out on top. And then when you're in that relationship, because a lot of y'all are lover girls at heart, like let's call it what it is. You want to listen to the Shara Sevens and all of this, and you want to be a gold digger and a sugar baby, and you only with a man for money, but that's not really who you are. You want the relationship. You want the love. You want the commitment, right? You want the reassurance. You want the emotional connection. But see, when you don't get that, you're mad. Men are this and men are that. No, baby. You wanted the nigga with some money, right?
Nah, a lot of these girls want a trick. They want a man who's going to lead with his money so they can control him. Because controlling a man makes a lot of women feel safe. Okay, and yes, she's right. Women don't look for character or integrity. No, in fact, if you really want to talk about how they're lover girls, the truth of the matter is most women want a man that has game. Right? A man that makes them feel a certain way, right? So they're going to judge a man by how much game he got. They're not going to judge him by his character. They're not going to judge him by his goals, his aspirations. No, they're going to judge him by his game. Let me see how his talk game, how he makes me feel. And for a lot of women, spending money on them is part of the game. Yeah, tricking is part of the game. Yeah, how much money you going to spend on the first date? That's what they're looking for. They're going to judge you by that. And this is why a lot of women end up in horrible relationships. They do.
Feel safe with them. You don't feel secure with them. You don't feel like you can actually build a future with them. Because again, they know you have taught them. And like I said a million times, if y'all want men to be different, you have to be different. And what happens is women in general, or women in this category at least, has taught men exactly what they want. Exactly what they need. So they don't have the need to build character or integrity or any of the other moral things that will be really important, like in a person that you're going to spend your life with, right? Or in a person that you're going to at least invest in for some period of time. So you get the lame nigga with money and stick with that. Don't complain about that, because that's what y'all said that y'all wanted. When you grow and expand your mind and develop and put time into yourself and your train of thought, and get off of social media and stop listening to all these bitter women on social media who are either trying to get your money or they themselves have not been able to attain the love that they wanted, and so now they flipping the script. When you actually invest that time, you will find a man who will give you his last. You will find that generous man. You will find a kind man.
She had to spoil it. She had to spoil it. Look. Women coaches are bad coaches because they just think emotionally. They think that if you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get everything you want from a man. No, it doesn't work that way. Listen, it's competitive out here. Even people who are very competitive are going to miss out. But she said it the best. If you want men to be different, you have to be different. That's right. Instead, you guys are looking for lames with money, and that's exactly what you get. Lames. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
I hate to be the one to say it, but one of my biggest issues I have with rewatching some of my favorite comfort shows, such as Sex and the City and Gilmore Girls when it gets cold, is when you take the lens of the show and just widen it on everybody as a whole, you realize that it's just a bunch of palm-colored women getting themselves in situations that could have easily been avoidable and then playing victim. Like, I'm watching Gilmore Girls right now, or rewatching season 1, episode 17, and I'm just like, Lorelai, why are you in front of Max's house when you sat up here and broke up with him? And then messed it up for Rory by kissing him. And then it just brought me back to how she did Luke. And
Women's games are so simple. And when you think about the entertainment that they watch, the TV shows they watch, it's the same plot. It's the very same plot. Women get into trouble that they cause drama, and then play victim. It's simple. Every show, you cause the drama, then play the victim. You start everything, you initiate everything, then act like you're the person that's under attack. But it works well. Women love this type of thing. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look. Hey, listen up, Safe Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
My biggest things in dating, if we get serious enough to where you want me to meet your family and stuff, which first of all, ill, but I'm not gonna let your family haze me. Like, I'm sorry, no. Y'all not about to interview me and try to haze me into this fucking family and treat me like shit or make me feel weird about me being me. Bitch, your son like this. What about it? Y'all know how shitty it is when you meet a guy that you deadass think you're willing to take the extra step with, marriage, and his family doesn't like you? Because my logic is, if your family don't like me, that means that they not gonna like my kid, okay? And I'm not leaving no motherfuckers that don't fuck with me around my child without my supervision. So it's just this whole big thing to me. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Like, no thank you. So
She got a point, but I think this is just one extra thing that's going to make dating hard for women. Because instead of saying to yourself, well, why don't the family like you? You automatically blame the family. I get it. I agree. Don't date a man whose family doesn't like you. But really the problem is they don't like you because it's you. They know you bad for their son. They know you are. Okay, so she probably ran into this a few times. And of course, as women do, they don't take any accountability. Zero accountability. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. She talks about men having females as best friends. Take a look.
Men never start out with a female best friend as simply a friend. They were always and forever initially attracted to them. That does not mean that they will act on it currently if they are in that friend stage. But in my opinion, if that woman flips the script or has too many drinks one night or confesses that they've actually liked them all along or they should have liked them because whatever, they're going through a bad breakup, right? We've all been there when you're like, oh, this guy did me so dirty. And look, my best guy friend is here. He would never do that to me. That man will sprint towards this woman. You can say it's not true. It is. They will at least try. Maybe in the end, they will come back and say, oh, you know what? We were better as friends. Whatever. Okay. But it never starts out that they are just looking for a friendship with a woman. Okay. It will never start out that way. They will maybe tell you that, but in the beginning, they were attracted to them. Maybe they did do something together. They hooked up, whatever, and it didn't work out. So they said, I'm going to sit here on the sidelines. But it never starts out as, oh, she's cool. Like, bro is cool. No, they were attracted to them. Men don't work like that. Women can see someone and be like, oh, I'm not attracted to him, but we can be friends. Men will say, I'm attracted to her first and foremost. If that's not on the table, I'll settle for friendship, okay? So if a man has a female friend, it started out as attraction and they settled for friendship.
Women are just led by fear so much, they create these scenarios in their head all the time. All the time. If you have a female friend, you want to screw them. You just and she wants to screw you too. And if she gets drunk one night, you're going to be screwing each other. They create these scenarios because they're so concerned about somebody stealing their man. They're so concerned about competition because they know deep down inside they only want men that they think other women want. That's why. That's why she created this scenario. She created this whole thing about men and their female friends and they're originally attracted to them and it had nothing to do with the truth. No, she manufactured all this shit. A lot of times, if we have female friends, they're just people that we know from work or we know them through school. It's nothing deep. It's not that deep, right? Like, it's not that deep. There are some men who really secretly want a girl and they're going to be her friends, but that's not all of them. Those are the beta men. Those are the beta men. But she's not concerned about the beta men. She don't fuck with the beta men because let me tell you something. If a girl puts you in the friend zone, chances are a girl like this won't find you attractive. She won't even fuck with you. Okay? She only wants to fuck with you if you do have a chance of fucking her friend, your female friends, and this is the scenario she's talking about. She's talking about the scenario with men who have beautiful women around them. They're not dating, they're not talking, but those girls are a threat because she could see them being competition. That's all it is. And you know how women feel about competition? They just try to eliminate it. They just try to eliminate it at all costs. Don't date younger women. Why? Why? Oh, well, they're little children. 25 is a little child? Make it make sense. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. She talks about dating miserable people. Take a look.
Trying to date or change a miserable man will literally ruin your life. It will ruin your life every time. There is no amount of love or care that you can give to somebody that will fix their misery. There's nothing. And I think as women, we are programmed to be healers, right? Like, oh, I'll love him and I'll show him how to be in a relationship and I'll show him that he's worth it, whatever it is. No, there's nothing that you can ever do to fix a miserable person. And there is a plethora of reasons why somebody is miserable. And you'll never really know why, right? Internally, they could, they have childhood trauma they've never dealt with. They just think they're a loser. They probably are a loser. They don't have their life in order. They're not financially stable. Whatever the reason is, it doesn't really matter. A miserable person will ruin your life. They will never rise up to meet you. You will always have to fall to meet them, and they will destroy you in the process. Like, trying to care for and fix somebody who's miserable in their own life is like a bottomless pit. You can give and give and give and try all these different ways, and it will never be enough. It will literally never be enough, because when you love and care for somebody who does not love and care for themselves, they see that as a weakness in you. They think you're an idiot because they look at you and they're like, why do you love and care for me? I don't even love and care for me. And they will make you pay for that. They will make you pay for that. And I just think that, especially, and I've witnessed this with my friends a lot, is sometimes I feel like by the time you realize somebody is miserable and beyond repair, you're almost like a little bit too late, right? Like, you're in the relationship, you really love them, and it's hard, and you want to fight for it. And you think, oh, I don't want to leave now because maybe this one last conversation will change them. Or if I just do this one thing right, it'll change. I am telling you, they will never change. They will never change. It will get worse though. And your life will get worse the more you try and the more you give. And then you will look back at your life and be like, I have wasted so much time and energy in somebody that was unfixable, because you cannot fix people. They have to fix themselves. And a lot of the times, super miserable people will never fix themselves, but they will just go from person to person and destroy people, because that is what people do, right? Like, misery loves company. There's a reason why that saying is so true. Misery loves company. And so if you can't...
And they're talking about miserable women. Most women are miserable. Most women are not very happy. And so what feels familiar to them is other miserable men. And honestly, what feels exciting to them. Most women want exciting. They want challenging. They want mystery. And all those things come from unhealthy people, unwell people, miserable people. That's why they choose these men. And guess what? Now the challenge is to fix them. She's talking from experience. And then, now she can sit back and say, oh, hindsight is 2020. It makes sense. Yeah, they're miserable and they're resenting me. And one person said in the comments, a broken, insecure man will start to resent you, then seek external validation from other women. They're talking from a place of fear, right? And she got 2,700 likes. The reason why this girl got so many likes and so many replies is because a lot of women have been through this before. They have dated broken men who are insecure, but it emotionally satisfies them. This is why, men, let me tell you something. If you want to succeed with women, you can't give a fuck about them, you know? It's so sad. It is so sad. But this is what I mean by women are attracted. They're not even attracted to men. And I used to think they're attracted to a man's behavior. No, they're attracted to a man's game. Yeah. And your game is how you make a woman emotionally feel. How do you trigger her emotions? Right? Do you make her go into scarcity? Do you make her worry? Do you make her fear that you're going to choose someone else? Right? Do you give her anxiety that you might leave her, you might abandon her? Right? All these things are an emotional cocktail that make a woman addicted to you. Addicted to you. This is why when women say they want a man who's emotionally intelligent, they're lying because they're not emotionally intelligent. If they were emotionally intelligent, they wouldn't date miserable, broken, insecure men, but that's the only men they date, and that's why they keep complaining about them online. It's a trend. They complain about the exact men they date. You would have thought she made this video talking about men to avoid. No, she's talking about the men that she should have avoided. These are the men that she's actually dated. These are her ex-boyfriends. And she probably passed up on healthy, nice guys that didn't give her that anxiety and that emotional feel and gave her that butterflies. Because butterflies, all butterflies is anxiety. That's it. Well, I don't feel anything for you. If a girl didn't feel anything for you, you didn't give her enough anxiety. That's all it is. But what do I know? I'm just a guy who has a lot of experience with women. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.